Okay. Everything should be working, I hope. Okay, where was I? I was in the middle of harvesting and doing all kinds of things, and... Alright. You can spin around, finish this contract off. I will hire a worker for that last little bit so I can get over here. Oop. Need to empty that. Alright, get underneath here. Too far. No, 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 no. Why you... What? That's annoying. Oh, just fine. Stop somewhere then. Alright. I know he'll stop at the end of the row at least, and I can unload that way. There, he should stop there. Get him unloaded. It is harvest time. It has been a lot of harvest time. I harvested this field. It's plowed together now. And I think I finished liming this one. Getting this one plowed together. Need to get this one harvested first. This is all plowed together, limed, limed, ready to go. All of these are for planting seasons, because this is going to be my cotton and root crops up here. This field is plowed. Haven't started liming yet. This one's plowed together and harvested. Haven't started liming yet. Yeah. I don't know. This one's limed. This one hasn't been yet. This one's getting plowed or getting harvested and will need to be plowed. I've got some randoms up here that will need to be harvested, and then this is all going to get plowed together. This one's ready to go. These three still need to be harvested. I have coffee and... Is that blueberries? No, not blueberries. Grapes. Olives. Olives, sorry. That need to be harvested. Yep. Lots of stuff to do. The blueberries are going to disappear because I don't really use those. But I still have rice and cranberries and hemp to harvest over here. I have 2 soybean fields to harvest. I have some various other little odds and ends in here. I got the sugar beets harvested. The cotton got harvested. Yeah, I've been busy. Alright. You can shut off now. Let's go jump into this one. That was a contract I was doing. I also need to do 53, 57, and 20. So let's run down. We'll do 53, 57, or sorry, 70, not 20. Ooh, bless me. Alright. There we go. We're going to get on down to field 53. Okay. Ah! Pick that up, Devlin, please. Tater. Let's see. Ah! Paying attention. Whoa, hey, stupid car! Yeah, next road over. Had to make an addendum to the grocery list. I did pick up these two fields here for those two sets of fields. I'll need to get them harvested if need be, because there's corn there. I'll pick that up while we're at it. Since those are going to turn into future sell points, I have plans for that. I also think I might pick up these 3 plots here and turn them into one. I don't know. Alright, we will hire worker here. Worker is fine there. This one we will hold off on, and let's get back to harvesting coffee. It's really hard to see where the coffee is. Like, I know I haven't harvested the end of this row yet, but I don't see coffee on those. I see coffee on those ones, but not on these ones. Wow, worker B has a nearly full grain tank again already. That corn is coming in at a huge yield. I like it. I like it. Oh, see? Going along, it hadn't shown anything. Now this whole row is showing like it's been harvested, but it's not, because it's clearly still going up. Gotta love it. Alright, so we have a field here. I'm guessing it's going to say it's ready for harvest. Alright, so I've got a small amount of sunflowers there and corn there. So what we'll do is, after we're done with this corn, we'll run up, grab this corn, those sunflowers. Then we can come over here, grab this field before transferring back down over to these fields here. Hey, Fummins, thank you for that Tier 1 resub. I do appreciate it, sir. How are you doing this morning? not too bad. That's good to hear. Alright, we're going to shut this down here. Why did that... Is my Streamlabs acting up again? Because that's not how that's supposed to look. Done putting a second coat of spackle on the wall. Nice. Alright, so... let's reboot this quick. On, please. Thank you. And commands. Not commands. That should be under... I don't know. It shouldn't look like that. That's weird. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I test a... Well, that's that part, but it didn't do the... whatever. I'll pay attention to it later, I guess. Streamlabs. Gotta love it. Alright. We needed to get into this. Get her fired up. Alright, park that there. You're doing your thing just fine. Let's get back over here. Fire this up. And we'll have to empty probably the end of this row. So you're doing more spackling. Not smackling, spackling. What are you renovating now, Fummins? Redoing the second floor. Ah. Nice. Yeah, I need to redo my second floor because I have a 10-year-old that destroyed it. Lovely things. Good times. Yeah, he popped out all the corner bead along one area and all kinds of stuff. How's it going, Jackson Kiefer? Welcome in. He dug a bunch of holes in the wall. Yeah, good times. Good to hear. I'm doing all right this morning. You did the first floor a few weeks ago? Wow. Well, at this rate, you're going to end up being all done and not having any more to do, so that's how it works. I hope these will hold enough to get rid of all of that coffee. Ooh, this is bumpier than I remember it being. Farm's doing pretty decent. Farm is doing pretty decent. We are full-blown into harvest right now. Do these not hold? Oh, they're not gonna hold. I thought I had the ones from... Well, that's no good. Did I not have the ones from... X-Man that held all of that stuff? They hold coffee. Or does this thing not empty out the back? Oh, pipe out. Okay. It's the first time using this thing, so... Aha! That explains it. First time using this harvester. This might take a little while. But yeah, farm is doing pretty good. We got the harvesting finished up on the north farm. So this is ready for planting season now. We're going to be putting cotton in both of these fields. Probably sugar beet into this field. Potatoes here. And this is going to be sugar cane over in this field here. I'll make it a nice, windy, annoying to harvest field just because. Why not? I did recently upgrade to get the Tiger 6 XL for the harvesting of the, carrots and stuff like that. Eventually, we will be adding some more fields on this property over here. I want to pick up this one, followed by, maybe someday, I want to pick up this property so I can eventually do like peanuts and carrots as I need to. I don't really have industry that requires the peanuts and carrots yet, so I'm not super concerned with planting them. I did get these two fields harvested, prepped for the next planting. So they're plowed because I had corn here. They've been limed. They're all plowed together. This 39 through 43 here is all going to become one field once I get these soybeans harvested. I've got most of that plowing done. I need to harvest this one, and then these fields will disappear. They're going to end up becoming businesses along the main strip here, is my goal. And then once I get these couple of fields here harvested, this will all become one field. And then I'll have these three to harvest. I'm currently in the middle of doing the coffee. I have the olives to do. The blueberries will disappear either for more olives, most likely, or for more coffee. Probably olives because there's already olives here. Is probably how I'll do that. Just because the blueberries I don't really do much with. So yeah. That's kind of where everything's at right now. And Mr. Vito, thank you for that Tier 1 resub. I do appreciate it. 11 months now. Wow. Time flies. So yeah, we're investing in some more equipment. We've been moving right along. I did pick up another 8R. I switched out the 9R for a 9RT. We've been doing some additional contracts here and there. I switched out my cotton harvester because I didn't like the other one that I was using. It was a modded one that I wasn't a huge fan of, so that one disappeared. Alright. This field should be just about done, but we're going to make sure we finish it off for the contract's sake. Just in case this contract isn't already done. Let's double check. Yep, it's done. I'm sure I have a bunch of other mods I need to update, but I wanted to catch up with some SGA folks before I went doing it. I don't want to break my map. When I loaded in this morning, I was at 555 hours of playtime on this map, so I don't want to break it. We'll scoot into field 57 right over here. Start that worker off. Looks like we're going to have to open up that back bunk. Come on. That gonna be far enough out? I forget how long the auger is on this X9. There we go. I'll just put it in the back hopper. That'll work. How's Mr. Vito today? Now let's see. How are we looking? We've got a little bit of wheat in storage at the moment. Not a lot. We have had a pretty good corn harvest so far. The Eastern North Carolina map, huh? Interesting. Did not end up with a lot of soybeans, but I haven't harvested my fields yet, my big fields. Got a decent amount of sunflowers. Sugar beet and potatoes came in decent. So that's always a plus. Alright, let's get out of the way of the harvester. Park that. I don't have early access, Vito. I did not get early access. Nope. No, I think it was Dave, NBC, Boomhauer, Big Daddy, and Scurvy. And Yosho. I don't know. I've been kind of on again, off again, playing a lot of other games, so it never came up in conversation. But I have been in the mood to play Farming Simulator lately, so I'll play anyway. Stick with my Wolf Creek. I honestly haven't played ATS in quite a while. Probably not since around, what was it, when Wyoming released? I think? Or Montana? Yeah, I haven't played ATS in a while. Let's see. Let's open up Mr. Steam. When was the last time I played ATS? I don't even have it installed. I haven't played in a year. (2023) that would be something. That would be something. Yeah, my name's Matt Groening, and I'm not from the future. I'm sorry. You can't tell me he's not some sort of time traveler. There are too many instances, too many, where he has had something in The Simpsons or in Futurama that showed up later on, sometimes even years down the road, exactly as it was predicted in The Simpsons. I mean, come on now. I mean, heck, he had, what was it, he had, what, auto spell or whatever it was there? Autocorrect? Like, half a decade before phones that actually auto-corrected you? I think most people were still on the indestructible Nokia phone that couldn't be killed by nothing. Z Little Demon, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, and the Trump thing, coming down the elevator and then doing exactly... Now, granted, in Trump's case, he could have potentially seen that and then mimicked it and thus was influenced by the Simpsons thing. But the fact that he had the Simpsons with Trump winning the election and then coming down the escalator and doing the waving thing, that's too, like, the Patriots coming back to win a Super Bowl against, I think he'd had it against somebody like the Philadelphia Eagles or whatever, but again, one of the Patriots Super Bowls he'd predicted. How's it going, Puncher Kittens? It's just like, when you look at it, there are far too many instances of things that have come true after they've been in The Simpsons. So yeah, I'm like 100% behind the whole he's a time traveler. People have made videos of them all, and it's still like... Every single one of them that I watch has different sets of events that he's predicted in The Simpsons. I think even like the smartwatches, I think, was one of the things that he had in The Simpsons that came about way before they became a big thing with Apple. Yeah, he's either a time traveler or he can see the future. Either way, you're hard. It's going to take one heck of an argument for me to not believe that. And then the question is Futurama a TV show or a glimpse of that future? Is that yet another way of him going, this is what's coming? Because, honestly, some of the stuff that's occurring makes you wonder: is Futurama really not a glimpse of the future? What was it? Well, in Futurama, you remember the assisted suicide booths? People would walk in and... Not that I condone that in any way, but I heard about that the other day and I was like, there's no way. No. Sure enough. Yeah, in some instances, I do believe 100%, especially some of the sci-fi shows. They show off these things that some inventor sits back and go, that would be really, really cool if it was true, if it was real, if it worked. And before you know it, the inventor does it because some visionary thought to make it part of a TV show or whatever, so it becomes reality because of that. That's part of it, but at the same time, you know, the person coming up with the idea, what brought about that idea? Chicken and the egg. Was the chicken a mutation that created the egg? Or did the egg birth the mutation that is the chicken? Two by Two Ministries, thank you for that rate of 1. How are you doing this morning, 2 by 2? I don't have any mods in chat yet, so let me get you a shout out. They were playing New World. How are you enjoying New World? There's a lot of coffee here. Well, you know, then yet again, you've got the Matrix. Is it really that far out of the realm of possibilities? Good morning. Hi, Kistin. Is you coming up to be Catechus Interrupticus? Because I need my pedals that you're standing in front of. Thank you. How's it going, MK? Things are going well. You lost me at the baked beans and mixed greens. But I had scrambled eggs this morning with, Men in Black with the locker. Yes. I had eggs, bacon, and sausage this morning for breakfast. Come on, Kiston. Yep, I see you. Come on. Come up on your shelf. Are you going to come up on your shelf, or are you just going to sit there and be a... You're going to sit there and be a pain. Okay. Cats. All hail Jay. My cat. Or my wife's cat, Kiston. Medieval Mike coming in with a hydrate. Can you get me a water bottle, please? Come here, Kiston. The black kitty. Nope, nope, I've got you now. I've got you now. You can't get away. You gonna get on your shelf? There you go, yes. Good kitty. You're a good kitty, Kiston. Whoa! See? There's his tail. Boop. Catechus Interrupticus. Well, in this case, what he'll do is he'll stand right kind of between my legs underneath the desk, and he'll start hitting his head against the underside of the desk. Like he's going to try and jump up in my lap, and if I lean back, he'll usually jump up and he'll go on this shelf that's right here, just off screen. Did these not harvest? Is it not harvesting that last little 5 feet? That's annoying. That's why I call them, no, there's a weird thing where the farmland, see, I don't own this farmland, and it's literally like 5 feet into this field. It's just because of the way the farmland is. And when you zoom right in, I don't own it. It let me plant it, but you can see right the actual field goes to right here. The line ends just short of it. Yep. Oh well. How you doing this morning, Mike? Void Kitty, yes. Usually he'll get right here, and all that'll pop into my head is there's a little black spot on my shelf today. That's my wife's cat up there. And that just keeps going through my head. But to the tune of the music. Good to hear, Mike. Question is, are we going to get another row? Yeah. Mostly because I have a lot of custom mods, or custom edits to mods, that it makes it hard to share them. Because I'm always making little tweaks here and there. If I could ever stop doing that, then I would debate putting it on a server and actually multiplayer. But my problem is I'm always editing mods. Plus, I have a few mods that are private. I will never give them out simply because of what they are. For those that aren't that are new to the channel and aren't familiar, there were a couple members of the community that one was Farmer Desiree, who earlier this year unfortunately lost her battle to cancer, and her mother, Farmer Becky, who unfortunately died in a car crash not long ago. So I have a memorial park to the two of them that I've created some signs in memoriam of them, words. And because of this, I will never give these mods out to anybody, except for the family of Farmer Becky and Farmer Desiree. So, that's another reason why this save will never ever become a multiplayer save. Because I would have to give this mod out. And I've promised the family I won't do that. But this is my memorial park I made. Yep. Yeah, I would have to give out this mod file for other people to join me. And, yeah, I've promised the family I won't. Not that I would anyway, because this is kind of a personal thing I've done, where they were members of the community. And they made a really big impact on me in a very short time of being part of the community. So, yep, I have the bench, the tree, and of course all of these light up at night. You can see some of the lights here, but all of these will light up different colors, and there are different color lights in the hedgerows as well. This hedge is part of a mod pack I made. Under decoration, others. No, sorry, fences. Let me scroll down to where my fences are. You'll see in this image that fence. It was one made based off of suggestions by Farmer Desiree. Same with these lights here. So I included some of those into the park itself. These gates and lights and stuff were done at the suggestion of Farmer Desiree. So that part of the mod pack is on the SGA website. That's not a big deal, but the signs themselves definitely are being kept private. But it's the whole park. This wraps all the way down around to a park sign over there, and it wraps around this side to another park sign that's over there. And it's actually kind of cool because this tree, I've got the viewing distance turned up on it, so you can actually see it from, let me see if I can jump up, that field there, the green one where the symbol is. You can still see the pink tree from way down over here. Hey, get over to the field. You should be able to see that pink tree from over here. Yep, right. Just barely. Right there above the cursor. You can see that pink tree. coming a little more into focus now, but it's right next to this big orange one right there. But for that sake, this save will always remain a private save. As much as I would love to do multiplayer and have other people on the map with me, because I really do enjoy multiplayer, that one is one that unfortunately will cause this to remain a single player save only. But it is Wolf Creek, Dave's 4X Elm Creek map. And you see I have this land up over here. I have fields all through here. Basically, I own most of this southern half of the map. You can see. I own quite a few other little fields here and there. It is coming along well. There are going to be, obviously, the release of the Platinum expansion is one of the things he's been waiting on because he wants to try and include some of those things into the map. He's not 100% yet, as far as I know, on what he can and can't get into the map. Unfortunately, quite a few of the things he was hoping to get into the map are going to be locked into the paid DLC until next year, which is unfortunate. I got to smooth out this terrain right here. It's all bumpy. Whoa, wrong button. But yeah, it is coming along. He has been working on it. I very much can't wait for it myself. The biggest thing for me is going to be transferring my park into the 16X map. A lot of the other stuff I'll kind of merge in as I progress through the map and maybe make some changes to placements and things like that. But I'm waiting to find out what he's done with that forestry area where the park currently sits, because I do want that park to remain there. So if I have to edit the map myself, I will be doing that. I want that park to remain as a tribute to Becky and Desiree. Oh, I can't wait for it with the productions, because I know he did talk. I was lurking in his stream last night actually, and he was talking about including quite a few of the new productions from the Platinum expansion being included into the new map, as well as being able to dig. I think he was going to make some sort of a change where the ore on the map would be converted to iron ore, so it would actually work with the productions. So, it's not as bad now, Vito, that I've noticed with some of the changes that have been made with the what's that thing? The extra script that Braden has done. I've noticed that's made a pretty big change in the actual how that all works. It's not as bad to manage all of the extra parts. Yeah. And I mean everybody's got their their likes and dislikes and the things they're after. Because, I mean, you don't really have to do all of the extra productions either. You can actually keep to just the first couple of, like, the first tier or two. And I think most of that keeps a... Whoa! My bad. Most of that keeps away from the, all the extra requirements. Oh, yeah, not have the extra labor and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see how we build some of the bigger stuff into the map. Because honestly, with the changes that have been made with the production revamp mod, it's made it so that you're not really having to worry at all about those extra pieces. Where is it? Uncle Sam needs his cut. There it is. Because, I mean, like, I don't really have much for electricity or labor or morale, and I'm sitting on it. I've got tons extra, and I only have a couple of diesel generators that I put down. And then, like, for the morale and some of that stuff, I didn't do anything other than, like, buy the baseball field. I bought the baseball field. I've got the laundromat, the toy shop, and that's about it. And it's enough to feed all of the productions that I've got going so far. You know, the glass factory, the drywall, the glue factory. I have 4 gold masters running. I have, you know, all kinds of stuff going and not really a ton of... Oh, alright, you're just lifting up to turn around. Hopefully the train don't catch him. Well, if it were 19, I would probably agree with you. Because it would be a lot to keep up with. But where you can, like, auto-distribute all of the products, it really isn't that hard to keep up. I find that it's pretty easy to keep up with. And then with this time-saving stock check, all I got to do is look and go, oh, it's October. I've got cake to get rid of. I've got raisins. Not that I can get rid of 193 liters. This one's awesome for keeping track of what you can get rid of and when. And I like that it gives you the value of the product, too. This is a fantastic mod, I'll say that. But yeah, no, I've been enjoying all of the extra bits. Yeah, time-saving stock. It's... I think Billy had given me a link to it, but I think it's on the in-game mod hub. Yes, time-saving stock check. It's this one right here. So it shows you when things are, you know, what month you're in is highlighted in green, and then it shows you if it's going up in value, down in value, how much you have in stock, what the price is, what the value is. the max price it's seen and value. Here, I will link the actual mod there. But yeah, it's in the in-game mod hub. It's actually really cool because it shows everything that's in silos or in any sort of a storage where it would show up. None, so you can enjoy them too. Yeah, if you've got it in any sort of a storage, so it shows up in this menu, it'll give you that. It'll give you this here. You know, you can see the value of it. Again, it's October, so there's cake, butter, cheese, raisins. When it gets into November, November will turn green, and then anything that sells good in November will be highlighted. It's pretty cool. So I made a fatal mistake. I increased the capacity of this thing and didn't increase its unload speed. My bad. I saw Dave using it the other day, and I was like, oh, I really like that mod. I mean, I have Course Play installed, but I don't really ever use it. Honestly. But, yeah, I'm going to be adding a couple more sell points here and here. Oh, yeah, and I will. What I'll do is I'll probably jump out real quick, tweak that, and then jump back in here. But first things first, time to go unload all of these and put fuel in the tractor. Oh, this is a little bumpy. Yeah, I wanted to fix that. Alright, a little bumpy through here. Alright. Ooh, big hole back there. Oh yeah, big ridge right here. There we go. Landscaping. Where's that hole? Right there. There we go, like that. Apparently I've got some weight behind the tractor. Who knew? All the greenhouses, I still haven't finished filling in all of those. I don't know why I'm looking on a road that doesn't have any traffic on it. All the orchards and greenhouses. Still slowly buying and affording those. Composter. hemp field, cranberry field. I don't remember what was on the other side of the cranberries. I really don't remember. It's yellowish in color from a distance. Oh, I have not plowed this field yet. I have to still plow that field. Okay. There's the cows. I think it turned out good planting the trees on the fence line like that, going out around the cows. Mr. Alpaca, coming in with a Tier 1 resub. Thank you, Mr. Alpaca. How are you doing today? And there's the sheeps. The wife is waving. She's just off screen. And the chickens with the pigs in behind them. Coming down into the yard, all the bale storages and stuff. Mr. Vito says, hi, Mrs. Frost.
Well, the wifey set it up to do errands.
Okie dokie.
Dave,
How's it going there, Dave?
how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. Just harvesting some coffee.
I see that. How's things going?
They're going.
They're going?
Life's been kind of crazy, but on the plus side, the house is saved at least. On the
That's a
bad
good
side,
thing.
I have another $30,000 worth of debt I gotta repay.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you there. That sucks. Hey, good morning, Billy. And everyone else, Big Vito.
But yeah, it was actually kind of funny. As I started up the Wolf Creek this morning, I had exactly 555 hours and 0 minutes playtime on Wolf Creek.
Really?
Yep. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
We were looking for you. We were looking for you. Hoping you would show up. You're a day late, dollar short.
Yeah, it happens. I've been lurking in your streams. I was hanging out with Scurvy this morning and Big Daddy yesterday and this morning a bit, and I lurked through most of your stream last night even.
Yeah, but all right. Yeah.
Hello.
How's it going, JD?
Good. Dave, can I borrow you for just a couple minutes, please? Streamers 3.
Wow. He just
Sorry.
gets here and you're going to steal him already, JD.
I
see
know,
how it is. I
well,
see how it is.
Streamers
okay.
3?
Yeah, through Scurvy.
Okay.
Hi, bye. I'm sure they'll be back in a minute. Who knows, Billy? I'm sure there's a lot of things. It's JD. He's probably got something that concerns him, or... I mean, well, let's face it. We've all had our issues and gripes with the game. Alright. Let's get this field finished before I jump out of game to fix the Jackdo. At the end of the day, it's a game as long as we can find our enjoyment in it. If we don't find our enjoyment in it, that's when the problem arises. Right? Right. I gotta show this. Okay, so my wife ordered, what was it?
Four
Watch batteries for the key fob in her truck. You know, the little tiny quarter-sized watch batteries. This is the box they showed up in.
With this in it.
With that envelope in it. Just that. For, I kid you not, that many watch batteries. like holy crap with the holy, you know, I mean, like, wow. Pick a better size box. Hey, you could have shipped it in just the envelope, for crying out loud. How's it going, Chucky? How you doing this morning, bud? Like, that's a little crazy for 4 watch batteries. Mr. Vito gifting a tier 1 sub to Chucky the Farmer. Thank you, Mr. Vito, for that. I do appreciate it. Yeah, using Mr. Billy's Load King Super Bee. See, the problem is there's like 10 more people that need to be added to this now. Every time Billy gets done updating all of these images, there's like 10 more people to add. Yeah, I gotta pull ahead like 2 feet for it to empty out the last 5 feet. A little bit. That's another one I wanted to add the unload speed to. Bugs the Farmer, how you doing? I'm glad you stopped in. You guys missed it. I was just over here a short bit ago, but I was showing off the memorial park. And now that you're here, Bugs, I will show you as well. So we've got the memorial park. It comes up the back here with all of the lights. And these all light up multicolors at night. One of the things that Desiree had suggested. As well as this hedgerow that comes around here is also multicolored. It lights up at night. We have the park here with some playground sets and picnic tables and stuff. The pink Lapacho tree with the multi-lights. And then we have In Memoriam of Farmer Desiree. We have In Memoriam of Becky the Farmer. And then we have the unicorn. So this is the Memorial Park. Glad you stopped in and were able to get a chance to see it. I actually did want to hop out of game. Okay, that's done quick. So we're going to save quick. We'll pop a save here. I have to hop out of game to make a couple of mod adjustments. But we're going to do that. It's already late in the day, so let's get to nighttime so you guys can see this at night. MacGyver coming in with a tier 1 resub as well. Thank you very much, MacGyver. How are you doing? Good to hear it. And there you can see at night the multicolored lights on the ground, the lights that seem to twinkle in the hedgerows. And all of these multicolored lights were actually Desiree's suggestion when I was making that mod pack. So that's why I used them on the park. Let's get it a little bit darker so it really shows off. There we go. So you can see in the pink tree all the different colors. Oh, hasn't quite kicked in yet. This will... There it goes. It bleaches out the picture a little bit, but it actually... All of the lighting will glow at night. All of the words did. So yeah, it's got all of these nice lights. And they follow the pathway all the way up and over and down the other side. But yeah, I mean, Becky and Desiree made such an impact in the time they were here that I couldn't not do something after their untimely passings. So, yep, I've told Chucky this many times. These signs will remain a private mod. I will never give it out to anybody but you guys, the family, and myself. And yeah, it's going to remain that way. And no matter what map I'm playing on, those signs will find their way into those uh, maps in some form or another. All right, we need to go down here, dischargeable. We need to find that's got to change. Let's make that like 1500, not 1000, 1500 maybe. 80. That ain't gonna fly. So we'll fix that one. Done. And John Deere. Are we using the X9? I think I am. Let's open that one up. That was actually not Mrs. Frost. That was my oldest. Mrs. Frost is out on errands. Way down to the bottom. This one's a big file. A lot of lines of code in this one. Combines, work areas, pipes, dischargeable. Here we go. Empty speed. Oh, Europe. Okay, so we need this one here. We're going to bump this to 1500 as well. Save. Update that one. Was there anything else we needed to tweak? I don't think so. It was just those two. Alright. Back into the game. That's another reason why I don't do multiplayer on my map. I'm always making little tweaks like that. 556 hours on this map. A few. Yes, Dave is working on a 16x version of this map. I can't wait. One of the things that has been holding up that map is the release of the... There's your hydrate, and I will do the stretch while we're loading. The release of the Platinum expansion to see what can and cannot be brought into the new map, as well as what changes might need to be made so that the game doesn't break the productions and things like that. So, oh. Yes, it does. It comes out Tuesday. Coming right up. It's going to be a busy Tuesday because I guess Satisfactory is also getting an update on Tuesday. Update 7 with the blueprinting machine, which looks pretty fun. Yes, it is. And Texas for ATS. Yep. If you have the season pass, it will include the Platinum expansion. Alright, so this is done. So let's collect on that mission. We'll get this guy down to field 70. So he can start working on that field. No, Pipes and Hoses is not part of the season pass. It's the one DLC I don't have either. I don't know, nothing in that DLC looked interesting to me. So, No, that's why it was over there. Yeah, I mean none of that equipment interested me. I don't do anything with you know, I never spread slurry or anything like that, so nothing really caught my eye as like, oh, that's why I want it, especially not for the price of that DLC. So it's one I won't get. Even the BGA for that, it was kind of like, eh. I mean, if they'd have split it up into 2 DLCs, I'd probably pick up the BGA part of it. But most of the time, the BGA, I'm just dropping bales off at it, or you know, or slurry or something like that. Gives too much money for the inputs. Yeah, I can believe that. You're still on your first map? I'm on my second map, technically. Because I played Elm Creek for about 280 something hours. Then I started playing Wolf Creek, doing a lot of the early testing for Dave as it was coming out. And then once it came out, yeah, I mean, I've been on this map ever since. I've done a lot to this map. So yeah, I'm still on this one map, and I'll be on this map until the 16x version requires testing. Once the 16x version requires testing, I will help with that. And then once that's done, I'll be on the 16x version until Dave's next map. He is doing a 16x version. It's not going to be called Wolf Creek. It's gonna be, I don't remember what he said the name is, because I've been kind of off doing a lot of stuff with Reyes and playing other games. Come on. In the trailer, please. Thank you. So I haven't really kept up. I've been keeping up somewhat with it. Yeah, Platinum expansion. It like every single update has had some issue with pumps and hoses. Not good. So yeah, I mean, I kind of came back to FS now for a bit, and then eventually I'll move on to another game. And oh, that's not fun, MacGyver. Canyon Crossing. Ah, that's what it. Yep. Thank you, Billy. But I look forward to that one. I have been catching up with some of the streams that he's done, showing it off as he's been working on it. Looks really good. I'm excited for it. So I will be starting over with that map. Not that I'm going to get rid of this save, but probably sometime after the first of the year bugs. I don't know an exact projection because he's still been working on it, and I don't know like how far along it's going to be or how much might be getting reworked with the update, with the Platinum expansion. Hopefully he pops back in here in a little bit. He's down in another channel with JD right now. And if he pops back up, maybe we can get an answer from him. But my guess is that it'll be sometime probably into December before it starts getting tested. And then testing will probably last a couple of weeks, maybe, depending on what needs to be tested. I know in the case of that map, it probably won't require as much testing as Wolf Creek required, because Wolf Creek, there was a lot of stuff to do with crop types and things like that that delayed the release of it. Certainly, Chucky. Certainly. Ask away, my friend. So I would imagine once it gets into the hands of us for testing, it'll probably be a couple of weeks while we look around just to make sure that there's no bad areas of ground that needs to be replaced or stuff like that. That mod is part of... is it advanced gameplay? Think it is additional settings mod. There's an additional settings mod that I use, and it is trailer HUD right here. Display a fill indicator above the trailer while filling it. I know it's off the in-game mod hub, Chucky. And I think it is just called additional settings. Ooh. Bumpy roads, gotta fix those. Oh yeah, big bumpy right here. Oh, that's right, because there had been a road here I took out. That's right. Alright, let's paint that to the new color. Let's go with this one here. That should be the one, yes, Chucky. You just gotta go in and turn on that HUD fill indicator. Put some nice clean gravel into this guy's house. We'll use some of that darker color there. And then we will transition a little bit in here like this. That was a mistake. Oh well, my bad. There we go, something like that. There we go. Alright. Down the road into the backside of the farm here. I do need to get out the trees. We're going to be doing some more tree planting. But I kind of want to wait until after Tuesday. Because I want to add some of the new trees to the map. Yes, with the Platinum expansion, they're bringing in some new, they're bringing in like sequoias and quite a few other trees. I don't know exactly how many are getting added to the base game, but if Dave jumps back up, he'll have a better idea of that. Because I want to plant some trees alongside that white field in the background there. That way. 3 new trees. All right, thank you, Billy. But I want to do a border of trees kind of coming up along this edge of the field here. This here, I'm going to be extending the farmyard some and doing some stuff down here. Not sure exactly what yet. I do need to add a herbicide and fertilizer tank up at the other farm at some point. Not a problem, Chucky. I do want to cut these trees down and replace them. I don't like this style of tree. It's not really not fond of that one. But yeah, I've been, that's one of the things I like to do at times. I also want to pick up this property to put a production here instead of this small field. Especially where I have this back entrance into McCain's. I'll put something else here in this field. And then I still have to put something over in this area here. I want to put something over here. Probably add a production in here. There's plenty of them I still haven't gotten to yet. 2 new pines and the sequoia. Ah, nice. Thank you, Vito. I also want to possibly do something here on this. Maybe adding in some more trees or something along here. Because there's just kind of grassland that doesn't do anything. What I might do is take out these 2 buildings up here, move them down over to here, and add some trees around them. And then move the sign over here. And then get rid of the other sign that's underneath this. Because I have, this one here. It's one of the Elm Creek. It's actually, I really like this one here. I think they did a really fantastic job with it. So I got a couple of different houses and stuff like that. I think I want to put this one in place of the other house. And then maybe do like a small pond in the backyard and hedge that in with trees. But we'll see. How's it going, Sweden? How you doing? Yeah, it has been a minute. What's up? Oh, by the way, somebody said Gesundheit earlier. Elk Mountain, thank you, not Elm Creek. I'm on Wolf Creek, Elm Creek, words. Yeah, you can if you'd like to for a little while.
Mom said you'd have to hand me my laptop.
Oh, it is a little ways back there, isn't it?
Well, not only that, but Christmas gifts and stuff have been hid back here.
Yes. All right.
Tell Chad I said
The oldest says hello, chat. Actually, I am going to take a moment. I do got to run to the little boys' room, so we're going to throw the Be Right back up. I'd run ads, but I've got them turned off, so be back in just a few minutes. Alright, I am back. Whew. Had to turn the fan on too. It's getting a little warm in the my closet. I am the closet troll. Alright. We will pull over here. I think we're going to drop that second trailer. We won't need it for running up front, because we just have 2 fields to do there quick. I've been the same way, Billy, with some of the Elk Mountain stuff. As far as the mods I have from Elk Mountain, there was only one that I had any issue with, and it was missing one. I think it was either missing or had a misnamed DDS file. And that was all that there was for issues with it. And I had 2 different houses, a garage, and a bunch of sheds and stuff like that that I grabbed from their website. So, surprisingly error-free. I mean, I've tested them quite a bit. All the doors work, all of the lights work and stuff like that. It was just one of the sheds had an error that would pop up when you went to place it, but it didn't actually throw any errors that would be significant of an effect at all. Oh wow, done this field already. Okay. I did see the open pastures. I haven't played around with those ones yet. I thought of maybe doing them using a one of my fences to kind of fence things in. Alright, we'll put this in the front hopper. We can grab the sunflowers, put that in the back hopper. And then we will be able to run this back to the farm grab the other head, top up the fuel, give it a repair and stuff like that quick. And then we can get it working on the soybeans so we can finish off that field while it's working on some of the other ones. Yeah, like I said, I've got the farmhouses. Like I said, this farmhouse, I really like it, especially with some of the different colors. It looks really, really good. They also had a whole bunch of different sheds. They had a separate garage, ranch-style extensions. I really actually kind of like this shed. They've got some other small sheds. And then they had, under the animals, an open range. And I mean, you can see this thing is a huge space. Open range. Plus they had the ranch barn for cows, which looks kind of cool too. They had a horse one and an open range horse. And they also had an open sheep area. I don't think I picked up any of the decoration stuff. I might have. Oh, yep. Yep, it is part of the pack. They have a big loop for a driveway, some really nice gates, an outhouse. They've got a sign. The cattle crossings, the cattle guard crossings. And then they also have some different rock walkways and stuff like that. Nice little wooden bridge. And like I said, none of them throw any errors. Except for one of the sheds had a small issue that was simply just a DDS file being misnamed. There were actually some... Where were they? Oh, the Elk Mountain shop that they have. One has a pull-through bay, 2 pull-in bays, and then they have the side bays. They also had some water containers and stuff. And they didn't have anything in the silos, I don't think. Reminds me, I still got to go in and add... Was it peanuts and carrots to this? No, it's got peanuts. I need to add carrots to it. That's what I got to add. I still haven't forgotten, Billy. I've just been slacking. But I haven't forgotten. Oh, it's only a square bale storage for cottons. Okay. That changes things. Well, it's not that I've been so super busy, it's also that I tend to... It gets mentioned and then I forget about it. I've got many years of programming computers and making mods and stuff like that, so... You figure I've been I've been messing around with computer programs for 28 years, give or take a few. I've been building computers and messing around with code since the DOS days of when I was about 12. You know, a few millennia ago, it feels. Alright, now the question is, which one was I in last? Okay. Did that one, it's that one I need to do. Whoop. I should ask Dave what he's gonna potentially have to do to the map, because I might repaint this section of the map. Let me go back and get the end of that other row. It looks like there's a couple of spots I missed. Okay, maybe this row I still had to do. Oh, yep. Yes, I do, apparently. You want it to hold a high amount of each crop? Well, the problem is most of the silos now have been set up so that they only hold a maximum amount of crop versus so many million of each type of thing. There are plenty of modded silos out there, I think, that will hold you know, a significant amount of crop. The silo I'm using is which one is it? I think it's this one here by AGI. It does hold a maximum of 5.4 million, not of each crop, but a maximum amount. But then you can always go in and add like some of these Meridian extensions around it, and they will affect the overall. I just wish it had some AGI, some better AGI extensions that matched. Missy B does have some nice ones on the in-game mod hub. One of which I do also use currently for holding my stone products. It's these grain quid ones. You have this one here, this large storage, holds 20 million. Should cover anything you need to store. That's currently holding all of my stone down at my quarry. Then you've got this one here that holds 500k, 250k. She's got some other ones too. I'm just using that one because I want it to hold my stone until I get a chance to rework my quarry area. And then my stone is going to actually be in a bunker. I'm going to use this one. And I'll put my stone in the bunker. since I like to play around with the piles of stone. And I'm just weird like that. Yeah, the bunkers for stone is an edit I made to a mod, so me and my playing around with mods. Alright, you're doing your thing over there. You're now done with your thing. Let's fold the head up. We'll head back to the farmyard. Give a repair of everything quick. Switch heads. Or grab the honeybee, come up, and start working on the soybean field. 'Cause I got a soybean field right there I gotta harvest, but need to drop off the other head first. Not a problem, Billy. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a brief while. I'll catch you later, bud. There's the pink tree on the hillside. It stands out a lot more against the other trees when they're all green and not turning colors, but I should blow it up in size. Scale it up some. But it kind of works the way it is. Yes. Another edit I made to the map after Dave stopped updating it. All of that stuff got moved out of the road. I shoved all the construction stuff out of the side of the road. I got sick of running into it. The road and bridge I spent 15 hours redesigning. I really hope Dave can include some of the new water plants into the next map. Because I will say, after looking at some of the stuff on Silver Run from these guys doing the early access, the new water areas and all of the water plants look absolutely freaking phenomenal. Giants did a spot-on job with that. I mean, it looks so good. Ooh, nope. I go into the next one with it. Oh, and of course. Can I get this back out of here? Aha! I got it out. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that trigger. That's all I care about. I just want to repair the honeybee header while I'm here. Yeah, I think I'm going to move my farmhouse down here onto the corner in this area. Well, the problem with 22 versus 19, Chucky, is they made a change to the way the silos worked, and instead of holding 1,000,000 of each, it was 1,000,000 maximum. So they made a change in the way the silos worked between the two versions. That's part of the big reason why you haven't found them as much. They changed the way the silos worked. Yep. Yeah, they went from holding 1,000,000 of each to 1,000,000 total. And there's actually a line. If you look, I'll pull it up here quick. Grain Quid storage. Since I have it here, open archive. Here. If you look, supports extension, fill liters per second. Unloading station, where is it? Storage, is extension true? There should be, and it might not be in this one. No, it's not in that one. So let's get out of here and go to data. Data is placeables. We'll go, not farm simulator. No, it is under placeables. Oh, because AGI is a mod. That's right. Let's just go to, what were they? They're under silos. What's the name of the brand? Unia. Okay. Unia, we'll go Karma 16. Nope, that's not the right one. It's not the Karma 16. Pharma, we'll go to the Pharma 800. There should be a, somewhere in here, there was a note in here, and I can't remember what the heck it was. One of these headings in here basically will flip it so that it's a per product or total product amount. And I want to say there's a heading that you've got to put in here that will flip it so that it doesn't work that way. Maybe Boomhauer did it with his flat bottom bins. Oh, maybe that's what it was instead. It was the flat bottom silos, these meridians. Maybe those are the ones that it was. that I'm thinking of. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. There's a trigger that goes in there somewhere. There's a line, unless they changed it with an update. I know there used to be a line that designated whether it was per product or all products that you could put into it. No, it's not a problem, Chucky. It's just one of those things that there was a change made between 19 and 22 where it became a different way of doing the math on a silo. And it's kind of buried in the back end of the game. I remember somewhere in one of the in one of the files there used to be a heading that you could throw in there that would change how it calculated that math. And it might have changed with one of the more recent updates. I don't know. I'm just remembering back to, believe it or not, remembering back to like February when I was playing around with the mods a lot more. And February was a while ago, so there's a very good possibility things have changed significantly since then. Pull in here. Unhook that, unhook that. Swing around, take up the entire road. Unfold the head. Oh, that's right. I still gotta come over. I still gotta unload the sunflowers before I can start harvesting. Okay, go along, car. Let me jump in the truck, grab the head, or grab the sunflowers out of there before I start harvesting soybean. Well, guess what? You're screwed now, dummy. You get to sit there and wait. Ha ha. Alright, we'll get these back to the farmyard. Ooh, this thing needs a bath. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to pick up was a nice, decent washing station. I wish the one that I used in 19 had been converted, but I don't know if it has. I had a really nice washing station I used to love using in 19. But I don't know if it ever got converted to 22. Missy B has one that looks nice. I'll have to check it out. She actually makes some really good mods, believe it or not. I like a lot of her mods. Did you know she streams, Mr. Vito? Ooh, you were playing Medieval Dynasty. You follow her? Nice. Yeah, I caught her one day on Twitch, and I'm like, oh, she streams too. Holy cow, I like it. But yeah, she does make some... Why? Why? You were neatly in your freaking shed. Now you're... Why? What gremlin moved you? You were parked in the shed. In the shed. The hell are you doing? Shed. This is your home. Stay put. I don't know. But I've moved it back into this shed. I don't know. Look, 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 look. It's moving now. It's following me. Look. It's following. It's... I don't know. It's anxious to go to work? I don't know. You missed the case of the moving planter. Look, look. It's literally moving backwards. You're probably right, Vito. I think I've seen where people have had to make adjustments in the past because of the coefficient on the wheels. And it could be something to do with the tracks on that versus wheels. I'll have to look at it. It's something. I keep putting it in the shed and it keeps ending up back out. I think what I'll do is I'll just make it go from tracks to wheels on that thing and I'll just leave it alone. Alright, we'll park this right here. We can... Okay, you're doing good. Let's get back over to the coffee. Actually, you know what? We're going to park right here because I'm sick of dealing with that. We're going to save again. I'm horrible. Quit the desktop. Oh, this one's going to be expensive. Or not expensive, extensive. That's the word. PV Wolf Creek. I don't have a copy on the desktop, so let's copy that to the desktop. We have to extract you. Thank you. That was actually a photo taken by SpaceX during the 6-engine static fire of Ship 24. I follow a lot of SpaceX stuff that goes on down there, and believe it or not, Nick and Sweeney had some phenomenal, and I mean absolutely. Oh, apparently there was a launch this morning, and it went just fine. Nick and Sweeney I follow him on Twitter. He does a lot of photography down there. I mean, taking shots like that, finding a puddle to take a shot with the reflection, he does a phenomenal job. But he had some, these ones here. The other night during the lunar eclipse, he was down at Starbase in Texas and took some shots of the moon as it was starting to eclipse and turn blood red that look just absolutely phenomenal, because it makes the moon look like Mars behind it. Bird cam. But yeah, I wholly support NASA spaceflight and the work they're doing down there, because you get to see, I mean, it's just amazing, because you lose track of the scale of this rocket. Well, the two halves of the rocket, because there's the top of it. You know, you don't really get a sense of the scale of how big this is without people to really show you. Because every single one of these rings is 6 feet tall. So this part here is close to 150 feet, and this is like 200 and something feet. So when you put this on top of there, it's like 370 something feet tall. And it's 27 feet in diameter. So from this side to this side, that's 27 feet. It beggars the mind how big this rocket really is. I can't wait to see it to actually launch. Been following that for quite a while. My grandfather was big into the space program and watching watching all the stuff with the shuttle program and stuff like that. I remember at one point when I was in, it was 8th grade. We had moved down to Florida for a time, and my grandfather and grandmother came down to visit, my late grandfather. And while we were down there, he took us to Cape Canaveral, and we got to do, that's him there, we got to do a tour of Canaveral and seeing, they actually had one of the shuttles at the time was out on the pad waiting to launch. We got to see the crawler on the crawlerway. It was phenomenal to see that stuff. I always took a big interest in it back then, and to see some of the stuff that's going on now, I know he would just be completely blown away with some of the stuff that's going on. I used to live in Palm Beach Gardens. Let's see. I've tried finding it on the map. But it's not as easily noticeable now. I used to live, this is the PGA National down in Palm Beach Gardens. How's it going, Bodine? My mother's friend actually used to work night security here. Believe it or not, one of the presidents, the older Bush, visited while we were living down there. And I actually got to see his Secret Service I actually bumped into some of his Secret Service at the hotel, and they'd handed me one of the Secret Service ball caps. But we used to live in this villa right here, because we would come into the grounds. Nope.
That's not Farm Sim.
Nope, this is I was actually getting ready to make an edit to your map, but we were talking about rockets because of my background. And was it? Oh, they got rid of the pool. Nope, there's the pool. All right, so yes, we would turn onto Avenue of the Masters. We would come down right here onto Old Meadow Road, and we actually were staying in this unit right here. Because I had a friend that lived over in this area, and we would be able to mess with people and steal golf balls off of the course. Actually, he lived right over in here, because this is the course. This is one of the courses at the PGA. And one day I remember there being an alligator in this swimming pool that came up out of this pond.
Just a
I had an alligator eat a remote-controlled truck on this area right here of lawn, too.
yeah. Quick
So,
note.
Yep.
For you, if you're making edits to the map, or if you have done any after because it was the final version, there are some things that need to be fixed with the platinum stuff, and you already have the problem because of the last release. But the herbicide maker, fertilizer maker don't spawn the right pallets. The graphics are messed up because they changed them and added new brands.
That's not
to
within the actual map, though, right?
It's with our placeables. You need
All right.
to.
So
yeah,
what I'll have to
it
do
the
is I'll have
palette.
to I'll have to move the files in, but not to the actual map i3D. Is what I mean.
It basically, you need the new XML the new XML that I created for those palettes put into the map. Yes.
Okay, well I've got it unzipped right now. I haven't downloaded your latest version of the map yet.
I didn't do it yet because I wanted to wait until after this to see if there's any more issues.
The Jupiter Lighthouse, that's right down by the Cape, right? Now that you say that, Sharpening Guy, there was a guy on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. It was.
Right, I'll take a quick break.
Yep, he had a beautiful, beautiful shot during the Falcon Heavy launch the other day of the return of those of the two boosters coming in right past. Actually, I retweeted it, so I should be able to find it easier that way. I am on Twitter. That lighthouse right there. This will be loud, so just a fair warning. I won't turn it up too loud.
I don't see. Oh, there they are, right there.
This booster right here is 150 feet tall. And they're just casually coming back in from practically orbit to land over on the other side of these trees. So they're actually taller than this lighthouse. Because physics, right? I mean, just casually watching those come back in from orbit. Every day, Cosmic Perspective actually had it. Cosmic Perspective. They do a lot of stuff down at Starbase as well. Another great channel to follow. There is CSI Starbase, Cosmic Perspective, Zach Golden from CSI Starbase. They had this shot right here. Here's your boosters coming back into land. Their camera is literally getting blasted by debris from the boosters returning. Just incredible view. They got permission from NASA and SpaceX to put this camera Literally right there at the landing pad. Yeah, just there you go. There's a JLG man lift in behind Zach to give you a scale of how big that rocket is. Big fan of SpaceX. They do some pretty amazing stuff. They had a video the other day. Life at Starbase. Just absolutely. But anyway, we were in here to do. Alright, I need to go. Is it terrain info paint layer? And I need to control R this color here. And we're going to. Oops. Undo. I can never remember the controls to move around while I'm in that mode, so. Because every time you tell me, I forget. Dave has told me several times on how to do this without having to keep going in and out of the modes, and I always forget. No stray pixels. I don't care if it's neat and tidy, but just no stray pixels. There we go. Save that. 10 minutes later. Alright. And at some point I'll have to put that other XML file in there, but I'm not too worried about it. Move that into that folder. Oh, it's not done zipping yet. Oops, my bad. But, or was it Bugs? Yes. I've played a few different space games. I'm thinking he's probably Empyrean that he's talking about, which I do love that game. I'll have to get back to it at some point. But I kind of move from game to game. I was huge into Farm Sim during the 22 release, played a ton of it, as Dave knows. Thankfully, I don't think they'll be doing a 77 days of Platinum release this year. Dave's like, don't remind me.
We are doing the going through, and we wanted to get you in, but we haven't seen you.
And I honestly wouldn't have accepted anyway, because with my schedule, I've been for the last 4 or 5 days I've been wanting to stream, but just been completely with real life and everything else.
Yeah,
wrecked.
I get it, and that's why I just needed to, we needed to have that. We've been going straight through with it, but
yeah, I was hanging out with you and everybody, but
I wish it is so tough because that my decision was because I had this conversation with Mr. Kerminator, and he asked me if he wanted the keys sent directly to people. And at first I said,
yes.
don't. I don't. Well, I said no. I think I can make decisions on who's streaming and who's active, and make sure it gets the coverage. But on second thought, you don't know how many messages I get from other members and viewers that are, and I'm like, I can't. I have 5 copies to give, and we have 26 members.
Yeah, well,
It's really
exactly.
so. So the decision was because I got these copies because I told them who was going to get it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to get first choice, and if they can't stream it, then I get to choose, and I'll do a lottery system. I got one
Yep.
extra key because Big Daddy is directly on the list to get one now because he wasn't going to be included, so he went to Giants
Oh.
and now he's on their list. So we
Fancy.
did get one more, you know.
He's not giving away a game. He's talking about early access of the platinum release of Farm Sim 22. It's Dave, Boomhauer, NBC, Big Daddy, Scurvy, Yosho. Is there another one that I'm missing?
Jababo.
And Jababo.
But you got to remember now, Jababo gets his own key and these are ones that, regardless of my opinion, that Giants wants the partner, Big Daddy, who has crossover coverage. They wanted him to have one, and I wasn't going to give him one. He went and got it himself, which is fine. And that gave me one extra because I still get the 5. I am going to, and I get those 5 for certain people though. It's been noted that they, a lot of the late coverage just hasn't been getting the coverage, so I don't want to lose what we have, but I do want to make sure that the newcomers, especially if they're really good, get recognized. The other problem I have is that a lot of these newcomers aren't in the jurisdiction where they should even be covered by Kerminator. They're in, like, by Tacos and those. Much as I want to, Billy in the UK, Billy should have a key, I think, every single time. He streams 3 times a week and he's consistent. T. Miller, he's in the Philippines. I'd love to have keys for all of them, but that's out. If I request him to send them directly, Billy and T. Miller are already off Kerminator's jurisdiction.
Yep.
So it's like they got to get in hold of the person that's in charge of those and say, these are a couple of your good streamers in your area that. So I don't know. So I went back to, listen, if the first 5 people that originally got it, they can accept them. If they're not going to give coverage, they can say that, and then I can make sure that somebody else gets the key that can. That's what we're going to do, because that's who they were intended for originally anyway, and me.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
The only way I'm going to make any other decision is by honesty from those people. Well, I'm not going to be able to use this, so give it to somebody else, and then we'll decide at that point. But
I mean, it only makes sense, like you said. Those were the 5 that originally...
Right. And you were ahead of Scurvy on the list because of your partnership status and everything, but you haven't been around. I'm putting through to see if I can get you a key directly from now on, so I don't have to make that choice.
Well, I appreciate it, but it's one of those things too where it's like I could probably have talked with, Giants and stuff about it, but I never know, is my back gonna survive long enough for me to play? Is for coverage? Is my, am I even gonna be interested at the time? Because the thing is I'll go hard into a game, as you know. I mean, you guys give me shit all the time about it. But I go hard into a game for hundreds of hours in a month and a half, 2 months, whatever, and then I'm burned out of that game, so I go into another one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I mean, I've been playing a lot of Fallout prior to me being back in Farm Sim, and well, I put 300 hours into Fallout in a month, I guess.
Yep. Oh, trust me. I've been on Astro Colony a lot. Even after I got the release, I didn't even.
Yeah, I'm thankful I haven't picked that one up. I actually haven't picked up any games.
Right.
As much as you guys give me crap about it. But no, I've been just doing
Yeah.
my normal thing. I did try to implement a wacky Wednesday thing that I was doing at one point, which kind of worked, kind of didn't. Yes, Fummins did get me KSP, and I was doing some of that, but for whatever reason, I was having some really weird issues with KSP and with Timberborn in relation to my graphics card, and I have no idea what was causing it. For whatever reason, when I start the game, no matter what setting I'm on, it pins my graphics card to 100% utilization.
Wow. That's
And
crazy.
yeah, and what'll happen is I'll start moving around like playing Timberborn, and suddenly everything gets really jittery, even with the stream. Whether I have my graphics card running the stream or if I'm running it off my processor,
Mhm.
it gets really jittery, and I don't know what causes it. I don't know if it was an issue with a memory leak in one of their more recent updates with Timberborn, because
Right.
I had done the first ever of the Wacky Wednesdays, and Tim had done the redeem to roll. It came up Timberborn. I jumped over, and it's like the entire stream just shit the bed.
Yep.
It got so hard to try and stream, and it's like I didn't want it to just it was nobody could follow because the stream was so jumpy, so jittery. It was like watching a slideshow. And I ended up ending the stream early. I got playing around with it after the fact, and even right now, if I load up Timberborn, no matter what map I'm on, no matter what settings I have graphically set, it pins my graphic at 100% utilization. And I'm on a 3060 Ti. I can run Icarus at almost maximum graphics. That's way more intensive than Timberborn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's got to be a video memory leak or something on the on that side, which is frustrating because it's a great game and I've been wanting to play Update 2 with a lot of the new changes that have happened. But when you sit there and it's like, well, I'm not going to stream it if it's going to be like that, and it'll even act up if I'm not streaming, just in it by myself. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's a memory leak. Maybe there'll be an update to fix it, and I'll do it after that. It's just frustrating because it's like that game should not require that much. I should be able to max out the graphics on that and have plenty
Yeah.
of leftover. But it's like and it might have even been the graphics driver that it was on. I noticed there was a new one that updated the other day, and I haven't checked it since I updated my driver. But it could have even been that. I no idea because I would pull up the task manager and it would be weird. I'd be sitting there and my GPU would be absolutely pinned solid at 100% utilization. And there's no reason for that. I mean, here I am. I've got Farm Sim running at the highest graphic settings I can, and it's only pulling 50% load.
Wow. Yep.
I mean, my CPU's only at 20%. So typically what I do is I put the streaming software onto my CPU side so it's not utilizing my graphics. Because I've got a
Yep.
Ryzen 9 5900. The thing runs it up to 4.7 gigahertz, 12 cores or whatever it is. I'll never touch that. So I put the streaming software on that. And the stream's fine, but it's like the minute I tried to play Timberborn or even KSP, it would just like cause the streaming software to go absolutely bananas. It's like, well, this
That's
isn't
crazy.
right, I mean, like, I should be able to do way more.
Yep. Agree. I agree. Oh, let's see if I can figure anything out here today.
Oh, Bugs the Farmer. Oh, KSP. I didn't play much of it, Bugs. I was working through some of the tutorial missions, learning the game. And I wanted to do it all on stream, so I haven't gone back to streaming it. Thus, I haven't been in the game since those tutorial missions. And basically right after I started doing that, I got into doing a lot of multiplayer in Fallout with Evil Reyes and Farah, which kind of took me off on a tangent. But hopefully I'm going to get back to playing some more KSP and doing the Wacky Wednesday streams. It's really tough because I try to set myself a schedule, and then my sleep schedule will get all screwed up, or my back will just cause me to be in bed for 2 days. And it's tough because I feel like I let myself down and then you guys down, because I'll say, you know, hey, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, and then the next day comes along and I'm laying in bed all day because of my back pain. It does not help my depression any, because, you know, then I feel bad like I'm letting you guys down, even though I know you guys wouldn't hold it against me, but I'm still holding myself to that standard and I'm failing to meet it. So let's just say my brain is not a very happy place to be some days.
I
I know exactly. Dave and I are basically two peas in the pod when it comes to this. We both deal with a lot of the same mental issues. We have the same spinal disease. I think in my case, the arthritis is an extra kick in the, you know what's. But yeah, it's not fun.
Oh, I know it.
Hence why if Dave disappears for a day or two, I'm usually messaging him saying, hey, if you need to talk, I am a sounding board, because I'm going through basically everything, except for the real life stuff, but I have my own real life stuff. So, you know, it's, at the same time, it's also been great meeting Dave, because he's helped me in a many, many ways beyond the farm sim, just in helping me figure out what's going on, because the doctors are useless, and having that sounding board of being able to say, you know what, he and I,
we share a lot of the same issues.
Yeah. Did I tell you that my as you know, I've been trying to fight for the disability. My lawyer had called me a month ago now, and he's had to remove himself from my case because over the summer apparently he had a heart attack or a stroke, and he's having to close his practice.
Oh man.
And he called me up, and he was like, you know, I really hate to do this. I'm like, dude, I understand. You cannot, I mean, that's, you know, and he goes, well, I'm not going to just leave you high and dry. He gave me a new lawyer to speak with, sent all my case files over the whole 9 yards, but it's like, I mean, I'm certainly not going to hold it against you that you had a major health incident that's causing you to have to close your entire practice. You know, he goes, well, I thank you for being very understanding. I go, dude, I've been 2 years worth of dealing with crap.
Morning, Yosho. How you doing?
How's it going, Yosho? So it's like, you know what?
To see what time you were planning on going live there, Dave.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yes, I was going to ask Dave a question about his map from Bugs, and then I got sidetracked. They were asking for a tentative release date. I told them probably not till after first of the year-ish. But
no, yet. As much as I'd like to say tomorrow, it's not. I'm still working to see if we can get some stuff from the new DLC, and I haven't ruled it out because we have some Terminator says that the discussions are ongoing, and he, for the modders, so we'll see. But to be honest with you, it's not until we get those answers that the real stuff begins.
Right.
And it's going to take months still. So it'd probably be first. I'm hoping first quarter next year.
Yeah,
Put
that
it
would be
that
nice.
way.
Yeah, I
So-
figured at least not until after first of the year. By the time you got the map finished, which probably wouldn't happen until December sometime anyway. If finished enough, I should say, that we start helping you do testing on it and finding all of that stuff. And then it would be at least a couple weeks worth of,
I can honestly
us
tell you-
helping you with that. Probably not as
I-
extensive as it was with Wolf Creek because the crop situation's already done.
I have the motivation to do it. I just don't have the direction because I don't know if we'll be able to use sequoia trees, and that type of thing yet. So those things are just still waiting for some answers. I'm still working on the map, and doing what I can. But buildable factories, are we using the revamp, or is Giants gonna open up something for me? I'll get answers really soon on that, because if we don't see it by the end of next week, at least we know where we can start working on those things, and we
Right.
have another direction planned. But anyway, to answer your question, Yosho, sometime this afternoon I'm going to go live on your server with whoever else is live. I am going to be then playing for a few hours, taking a nap, because I'm going to hand over my 7 p.m. to midnight shift to NBC, I believe, and do the midnight to 4 a.m.
All right. I was just curious because Big Daddy's streaming and didn't know who was going after Big Daddy.
I
So
thought you were.
okay. So
Do you know when you're going live?
basically whenever he's ready. So I was just curious how long I was going to be streaming, just trying to get an idea out.
Yeah, you could go if you're gonna. I mean, do you have a time limit that you can stream, or I was just gonna join you over there when I do it anyway?
Oh,
And
All
I'll
right.
jump in when
Here, let's go to
What's
another
that?
channel. We're not real.
Yeah, don't
okay.
worry about it. You guys do your chat and think. Hey, Yosho, you got to remember how much of this discussion stuff we did back during the 77 days. Of,
Yeah, I get it.
I
get it.
it's not a problem. You guys can sit here, figure it out. We're just playing, hanging out. I'm on Wolf Creek. We're chit chatting. We're doing our thing. It's
Okay.
farming, so yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
so
not a problem.
I've got Biblio coming over, and so I was just curious, how long I had to stream while she was here. So that's kind of why I was. I didn't want to stream
Okay,
the entire time
well,
she came
what
to
time?
visit.
If you want to
Put
jump,
bib
what
on
is it? It's
stream.
almost
Put bib
1.
on stream. Put bib on stream.
That's
Wait, what?
Kind of what I'm. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping she'll jump on with us. So but I don't want to
me-
stream the entire time.
Yeah, not a problem,
I'll be-
Chucky.
It's almost
Remind
1
me
o'clock.
though as I'm finishing Chucky, because I'll forget otherwise.
I would say if you could go 1 to 3 at just a couple hours, and I'll jump in while you're in there at some time.
Okay.
Well,
so
that's
1 to
my
3,
time.
So
So
2
you're
hours?
noon.
Okay.
You're anytime now till if you give me like 2 hours, I'll be in there before then. I just woke up. I'm still
There we
trying
go.
to.
Okay, no, that's fine. All right, so a couple hours, and then you'll take over from there. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, I've got company coming over at some point this afternoon. I don't know when. Hopefully he texts me.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, she didn't come over yesterday because I was pretty much streaming all day, which is what I had planned to do to begin with anyway. And so, I was trying to leave. I still want to stream. I just don't know exactly when and what time, so that way we can work out, hanging out
Yep.
a little bit. You know how it goes.
Yep.
It's important.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thanks. I'll
No
see you in
problem.
a couple hours.
Sounds
Oh, trust me,
good.
Osho, I know how it is. I've been married 21 years. Well,
Oh, yeah.
been with my
know
wife
the feeling
21
too.
years.
All right,
I've
gentlemen.
been divorced almost that long.
All right, take it easy. Later.
All right.
Well, I mean, 12 days ago was the 21-year anniversary of my wife and I's first date, so
Yep.
it's been a long time. All right, soybean field done. So now once we're done with the orchards, while harvesting other things, then I can get this field all plowed together. Because this is going to become one field. We still have a bunch of little odds and ends down here to harvest. Then we can get started on these. Yeah, I love this honeybee header. They did a really good job with them. The only thing they did wrong with them... Hello, Suki, how are you? The only thing they actually did wrong with these headers is they made the trailer pieces hook up on the wrong side.
All right, I'm gonna jump up because to talk to Big D for a few minutes. I haven't said hello this morning.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be
be
here.
around already.
Because the short section of the header, this piece here, should hook up to this end of this little header trailer, not this end. This hooks up properly here, but it's meant for this to back up to this side of the header trailer, the little tires, so that when the header is on, you can back that up to here, hook them together, and it becomes one unit to pull around. And then you just disconnect, pull ahead, ratchet that up, ratchet this up, and you're good to go. Instead, they had it so that you kind of hook up to this side of the trailer, so you have to unhook, drive around the other direction, which is backwards from the way it actually works. Mike Mitchell Farming, he runs honeybees on basically everything, and that's why I know all of this. I've watched him hook up the headers a bunch. I forgot to fill this with fuel when I was back at the farmyard. Oops. Yep. I've got 3 of them. And I have streaming software there, and... Well, I should have Big Daddy's window over here, but I've got a different window over there at the moment. There, now it's Big Daddy's window. Not that I have his volume up, but... this is public, yes. It's on the in-game mod hub. It's by Custom Modding. It's the Honeybee header pack. I probably am not going to fit in here to do this with this header on here. But yeah, I really like it. It's this one's a 60-foot header, so and you can't call it cheaty because it exists. That's my defense of anybody saying something's cheaty. If it exists in the real world, it can't be cheaty. Unless, of course, it exists in the real world and you have it set to do 30 miles an hour, which isn't the real world. But you can't say the header's cheaty because it's less wide, because it actually exists that wide in the real world. So, you know, hey. It's my story, I'm sticking to it. At the end of the day, if people are enjoying the gameplay, that's all that matters. Some people have more time to play than others, so if somebody else is running it so that it goes faster because they have less time to play, then you know what? Whatever. Not a problem, you know? Yeah, I fully agree. Now, with that said, I will still give, like, Dave and Scurvy and Big Daddy and those guys a hard time. absolutely. But yeah, no, I will I 100% agree that if it's if it makes the game enjoyable to you, who cares? There is the link to it. It's the Honeybee Airflex. Well, exactly. And honestly, they did a great job. I love that they had the Crary wind system on here. But yeah, no, I mean, I would never jump into somebody I don't know's stream and call them doing something cheaty because they've got a higher capacity or whatever. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, if it makes the game fun and enjoyable to you, who cares? All right, unlimited fuel. I mean, I guess I can't. I mean, if it makes the game, like you said, if it makes the game fun for him, then you know what? Who cares? At the end of the day, though, like having to fuel up your vehicle is, in my opinion, like half the fun of it, the realism of it. Okay, I've got to stop and fuel up occasionally. That's half the fun to me. It's on there. It's when you go into headers, it's the Airflex. You've got the 25, 30, 36, 40, 45, 50, and the 60 prototype. 5,000-mile runs, okay. I mean, I guess I can see that, Bodine, but it depends. Like, you know, what is it you've done that you consider cheaty? Is it having a really big volume of, like, a trailer volume or something that you now consider it cheaty? Or is it cheaty because, oh, I've got carrots planted. Crap. I don't have a header for carrots. I'm going to have to buy one. Forgot I planted carrots. And I don't have any place to store them. Crap. Guess I'm going to have to go fix that mod. Son of a gun. Yep. What you can do is you can go in, and when you look at the headers, you see this combinations down here? It's the Airflex cart. So you buy this cart, and like I said, the only thing they did wrong with this cart is they have it backwards. Because this should be on this end, not this end. So what you'll do is you'll bring this over, you'll unhook it, you'll have to drive around to the opposite side, because this is angled to fit the underside of the header. Let me lift the header up quick. You see how this header has a bit of a backwards angle to it? That matches up with that slope. And then the only difference between them is where that wheel piece lines up on the header. On the 60-foot header, it kind of lines up with that right-hand wheel of the Combine. The smaller headers, it's going to be a little bit different than that. I just know that on the 60-foot header, that piece is going to line up kind of right here where this air flex is underneath this section. Don't ever apologize for asking questions, Bugs. It's one of the reasons I stream. One is to hang out with you guys. One is to help you guys with questions, answer questions. So never apologize for asking questions. The only dumb question is the one that's unasked. I remember back to, oh geez, this is going back to like grade school even. It was one of my teachers somewhere had a sign on their wall. I remember this in school. It was better to be thought a fool for 5 minutes than remain a fool for not asking the question. And I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I think it's the same one it's been for months. Let's see. I still have VCA la di da 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 di da da. Looks like Build 120 came out 8 days ago, actually. That's the most recent version of VCA, updated 8 days ago. So I'm gonna download it myself. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Let's check. Terraform hasn't had anything in a while. I don't ever really update Courseplay, but it updates all the freaking time, so. I might need to slow down time, because I'm on 2-day months, and I still have like a dozen fields to harvest. Stop it! Look at that thing! Alright, I'm going to take this thing over and put regular tires on it. Maybe it'll stop it from flying all over the place. Dee. Universal auto load. It should be that one. We're gonna go with the twin wheels. No on the no on the extensions there. We will do the work lights. No on that. We'll do the Starfire 6000. No ridge markers. Customize. Maybe that'll stop it from sliding all over the place. Well, let's see. I disconnected it. It's not moving. Problem solved. Alright, so we are done work over here. We have to turn in field 70. Turn that one in. No new contracts, okie dokie. We are in planting season. I have not seen any of these planting contracts come up. I gotta look. I'm using a contract called Better Contracts, and there should be a thing for lazy NPCs. I might have to update it and then do it again or something. But there should be a thing that stops them from doing their contracts so much so I can get a better opportunity to do them. That's a great place to stop. 1, you didn't finish. 2, you're in the middle of the road. 3, you didn't finish the field. I will probably stick to Wolf Creek, Bodine. I may mess around with Silver Run a little bit. It does look fun. It does look interesting. But honestly, I've got so many hours into Wolf Creek and so many things I want to finish with Wolf Creek that I will probably stick to it to try and get those things done before Dave's next map. Oh yeah, the AI in this game are horrible. Yeah, I've got quite a few productions that haven't been named. I've got quite a few greenhouses. I don't think Kellogg's or McCain's has been renamed. The Pickle Factory hasn't been renamed. Oil Factory hasn't been. The Extended Oil hasn't been renamed, I don't think, either. So I got a few. You want to rename Kellogg's? Okie dokie. Oh, nice, Vito. That can be done. Alright. Let's jump up over here to this one. Pickle Rick's. How's it going? Uncle Henry, how you doing? Alright, what do you want to rename Kellogg's to their, Because that's still Kellogg's, that's still McCain's. I also have the oil factory there that hasn't been renamed. I don't think Bugs Bunny cereal. The candle factory hasn't been renamed yet. Alright. Oh boy, I hit the F11 button. My bad. Not Bumney. Bugs Bunny cereal. There we go. And then I think yeah, it's the extended oil over here. The exotic oil, sorry, not extended oil. Exotic oil hasn't been renamed yet. I've got a bunch of factories that haven't been renamed. Namely because most of the stuff that got put down, I wasn't really streaming Farm Sim much. For people to rename. I figured as much, Chucky. I do still have unicorn treats. It's still making me all the cake. And breads and all the good stuff. I need to make it I need to have it take cocoa, add whipped cream to the game, and have it do whoopie pies. 'Cause whoopie pies. I think you did. I'll have to look at the list. It's a long list, though. Exactly. Whoopie pies are always great. That's getting thrown under. I'm probably going to end up plowing a couple of these little odds and end fields underneath. Because I don't feel like redoing them. Marshmallow, eh? I'm sure I can find a spot to make marshmallow. Alright, so what else do I have over here? I have... That field is just weeds. That's sunflowers. I don't really care. Sugar beet, I've got a ton of. The carrots, I think, are the only field left over here I care about. Yeah, because we have carrots here. Not worried about this little tiny smidge of cotton. Yeah, so we'll get the carrots done. And that means that... Oh, that's rice, that's right. That means I will grab the header pieces with the harvester, head down to the rice field. Also, Bugs, when you go to set up the trailer with the header, make sure you fold the header. It has little pieces that stick out of the header. You see how the pieces of the header fold? If you don't fold it up, you can't connect the header pieces. So then you'll put this right, again, like I said, right about where that right wheel is. You do that. Disconnect the trailer. I will also warn you, some of the combines won't hook up to this header piece. I edited words. I made an edit to this combine so I can hook up the trailer to that hitch on the combine. Because it wouldn't hook up on its own. And I was like, that's no bueno. Also, that header is very, very top heavy if you're pulling it with anything other than a combine. Not really. Nice, Pro Alexa Go. Pro Alex Go, sorry. Words! Wait a minute. I see a Big Daddy. Shh. Look, look. It's a Big Daddy. It's Big Daddy, everybody. I had to. I gotta fix my transition over here because there used to be a road here that I covered and I deleted it. So we're gonna clean this up and smooth this out a little bit. We're gonna do a little more painting over here. And then we gotta mix in a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Like that. I'm probably gonna delete this road too. Just because I don't like it. How's it going, J-Streb? You've been in his stream all morning? Well, I didn't see his face until as he was ending. Nice. Now he's rated into Yosho. Let me, for those of you that aren't, shout out, it's what, B-A-G-D-A-D-D-Y. Oh, what was his? 02168? Is that it? Nope, I got it wrong. 012678. Thank you. I wasn't too bad. I wasn't too far off. And Jenna 02, how you doing? Thank you for welcome in. Words hard. If you guys aren't already following Big Daddy, oh, D-A-D-Y. I am all full of fail this morning. Thank you, Vito. There we go. 0216. Why is that not working? Thank you, Vito. I'm having a rough time. There we go. Thanks, Uncle Henry. That works. If you're not already following Big Daddy, 10 years later, make sure you go give him a follow. He's another member of the SGA. He is doing a bunch of early access right now, Silver Run Forest with the Platinum expansion. Also, if you aren't already following Mr. Yosho Hin, go give him a follow. He's also doing some Farming Simulator right now, doing the early access Platinum preview on his dedicated server with the SGA guys. Again, they're playing some Silver Run. Pro Alex Go, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. I'm not having fun with words and typing today, Michael, but welcome in all the same. Oh wow, I made a mess of the edge of that field. Holy cow. I have to fix that. Let's fix that quick, because I made an absolute mess of that. I like that you can now do this and have it not affect the field when you're just simply smoothing out terrain. Doesn't delete the field like it used to. That used to be so frustrating. I think I'm going to have to buy that piece of property at some point and put a field there. This is a 60-foot honeybee. Alright. Get some rice going, and we need to get to beet technology. Oh wait, I think I did buy a carrot header. Ah, yes, I did already buy a carrot header. Okay, good. Alright, Chucky. No worries. I made everything as different colored as possible with this. Just because. Unfold the old harvester while we're heading down the road. Train. You can honk all you want. There's a freaking train, you idiot. There we go. Set you off right there. You are doing your thing there. That guy can stay there for unloading of things. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And you'll actually probably have to come down there. That's it? That's all you give me for lights? That is garbage. Damn, that's all you're gonna give me for lights? That is crap. have what? Three more rows of coffee, because I'd already done those first 2 rows. 3 more rows of coffee. We'll be all done with this. We can pull out the olive harvester, get that started. While we're managing the other harvests. Wow, that didn't take long. Let's jump over to the truck. We'll save that front hatch for carrots, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm going to take out that road in the back there so I can make that all into one field. I got to work on taking out some of the stop signs too. Wow, that didn't take very long of this guy. Rice has a high yield, apparently. Michael. The joys of not having enough streams. I may or may not be paying attention to multiple streams myself. Alright. There we go. Park you there. What's up, Houston? Is my company here finally? You're dancing around in the other room there. Yeah, this harvester isn't too bad. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Why did I ba-dump? Somebody messaged me. Oh, Chucky. Alright. Just had to message, There we go. Do that quick. Go over here. Make sure there's not 8 other people that I need to have streams open of. Nope, okay. AI worker G already has an... I think a lot of that rice is going to be going to the seed maker anyway, so that'll actually help. Because I do need some for the cereal factory, Bugs Bunny, to make the Rice Krispies. And then I need... I think the only other use for the rice is going to be turning some of it into seed. Same with corn and... Well, corn I gotta make some into oil. Some of it needs to go to flour. Oh, some of the rice needs to go to flour too. This is why everything right now from harvest is going straight into my my grain bins. And then after all of that's done, I'll figure out, okay, I've got so much of this, where does it need to go? I've got so much of that, where does it need to go? Oh, you're not even the right... Well, poo. Alright, where's my other truck? Where did I put that other truck? You're over... Here? Yes. Alright. I'm going to leave this out for a few, even though I shouldn't. I will leave it over here. And I will go grab my other hopper bottom, which should hold carrots, I hope. See, who needs to play ATS when I play ATS? It's just a different version, that's all. Oh, good, it will hold carrots. Alright, yeah, I need to get that texture and apply it to the other storages. Alright, park that one. Now jump over into this one. Come on. Get going. Get going. Yeah, I kind of like the way this one's really come together with the way I've laid things out. There are a few things I would change and kind of move, but it's only because those are the fields that or the properties I owned as I was getting the map starting. So it'll be interesting to see how it changes with Canyon Crossing when I start into that map, how I start placing things. But I didn't want to just bunch everything together. I like the idea of having things spread out, so I have to move things from here to, across the map at times. At least when it comes to selling products, I do a lot of the automatic distribution between the different productions. That I didn't mind doing at all. I liked it that way. I love that part of 22. But at the same time, I also like that having the factories spread out, so they're not all just in one area. I've got some factories over here, I got some houses over here, some stuff over here, a few more houses here, stuff here, stuff here. I have stuff down over here. I've got some stuff in along this area. I'm going to be adding some things in here for sell points to kind of keep town look like town. I also want to get into owning this property up over here to have these be all like a grass working area. This is going to be the root crop area. Like I said, I want to pick up this property and kind of connect these two areas here. So you'll have kind of the farmhouse and storage and stuff, some sheds here, and then you'll have fields kind of around it. But I like things being kind of spread out. I have this as my forestry area. I do want to pick up this section at some point. But I've managed to do everything I've done so far with literally just this one section of forestry. Here we go, last row of coffee. I have been paying my loan down too. I removed the mod that allowed me a $10 million loan, so I can't actually borrow any right now until I pay my loan down quite a ways. But for right now, I'm at $6 million and dropping. And even as it is, getting ready to go into the winter months, I have some projects I want to do with the TerraFarm mod over by the spinnery. I want to make an area in behind it for holding extra wool. Not wool, cotton. In case the spinnery's full, it'll have a cotton storage behind it. I've got some landscaping work I want to do up over here, so I'll be getting the the big Volvo out and doing some of that landscaping work throughout the winter time, because I do enjoy just playing around with the landscaping work. Be having to do the plowing and stuff like that through the orchards. I do want to sell out the blueberries. So as I get the money, I can start to extend the olives in that direction. There. that should be the end of the coffee. Let's just double check. Yep, it's all showing, well, technically harvested, but it's all done, ready to go. My company is on their way, so we will get this over here to start dumping it off. And we are going to raid Yosho. You guys can keep hanging out with him for a while I spend time with my company. Buddy of mine I haven't seen in a while. Is the stream... Doesn't look like anything was acting up, but it's possible. So I do appreciate you all coming and hanging out. As always, it's been great. It feels good getting back on the farm. It does feel good getting back on the farm. So appreciate it, Fummins and Vito and 2x2 with the... Or sorry, Fummins, Vito, and Billy with the resubs. Vito with the gifted sub. Oh, there was a resub from MacGyver too. And 2x2 for that raid earlier. You guys have been awesome as always to hang out with. Appreciate getting to hang out with you guys, and I will catch you guys next time. So let's get this raid started to Yosho. Make sure it's got the right symbol. Indeed it does. So hopefully you guys go over, hang out with him, and I will catch you guys next time. Stay safe, everybody. Have yourselves a good one, and remember, be kind to each other, because karma's out there, and it never ends well. Bye, everybody.